Yeah. Yeah. Morning all. So myself, I'm Vijay. I hold like 15 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 8 plus years of experience in Python environment. So my experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django based applications. So well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, URLlib, etc. Right? Experience in implementing large-scale business critical systems using object-oriented design and programming concepts using Python and Django, and developing varieties of web applications using MVT architecture using server-side applications, right? So before I start, right, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not, right?
Yes, it is.
Fine, thank you. So as part
Yes,
of,
sir.
yeah, fine, thank you. So as part of today's demo, just I'm going to cover the following topics. Why Python? Already we have got many programming languages, right? Why again Python, right? And Python is not a kind of technology which is very recently introduced. Python was introduced in the year 1989. Then why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. And who can learn Python? What are the prerequisites for learning Python? So there are no prerequisites. Anybody can update with Python, right? Anybody with a non-programming background or zero programming, right? They can update with Python. How Python was built and Python real-time applications. What kind of applications you can develop today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications? Python usage. Who are using Python today? Python features. Python comparison with other programming, right? Python comparison with other programming. Okay, like comparing Python, right? Yes. Coding wise, complexity wise, length wise, we can check how this Python statements looks as compared with other programming. And reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Python scope and job market. Python scope and job market, right? Yes. Okay. What is the scope of Python in the coming years and what is the job market of Python currently? So this is what we'll be discussing in today's and tomorrow's session, right? So starting with why Python, right? So I define Python in 5 lines. Python is a general purpose programming language. It includes multi-programming features. It's a high-level language, interpreted language, user-friendly programming language, right? User-friendly programming language. So one by one we'll discuss in brief, right? General purpose. Python is a general purpose programming, right? Okay. So before Python, there were some languages, right? We have got languages like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL, right? We have got some languages like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL. These languages are purpose-based languages. These are used for specific purposes. They're purpose-based languages. Pascal, right, for developing scientific applications. Fortran, right, for complicated mathematical applications. And COBOL for business applications, right? They are used for a specific purpose. There's for it. But a language which is suitable for developing any type of application, such a language we call it as general purpose programming language. So Python is such a kind of programming which is not for a particular purpose, which is not purpose based, right? It is not okay, it is not for a specific purpose. So any kind of applications can be developed by using Python, right? Like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, networking applications, embedded applications, desktop applications. In this way, wide varieties of applications can be developed using Python. So it's not for a particular purpose, it's not purpose based, it is a general purpose programming, right? And multi-programming features, you see, like multi-programming features, right? I give a labor example. For example, if you want to launch a new product in the market, right? For example, if you want to launch a new mobile phone, right? To attract the customers, what features you want to see, right? The features what we see in different other mobiles, everything, if you are embedding in a single piece and trying to, okay, so it's going to attract the customers. In the same way, Python is such a kind of programming where we see the features of different other programming languages within it. So which is going to attract the customers means, so here also like multi-programming features. Multi-programming features means like object-oriented programming features, procedural-oriented programming features, modular programming features, scripting features, all these what all the features we see in different other programming languages, all these features we see in Python. So later I'll brief you about this multi-program. That's the reason we call Python as a hybrid language. Python has got, but because of multi features, right, we call Python as a hybrid language. And high level language, Python is a high level language. Generally there are two types of languages. Two types of languages: low level language and high level languages. Low level languages, high level languages. Low level and high level. Low level languages. Yes, low level languages like assembly level language, right? A machine level language. These languages are, firstly, they are not human understandable. They are not human understandable, right? Yes. Secondly, they are not portable. They are not portable. Machine dependent. Not human understandable. They are not portable. They are machine dependent. They are machine dependent, right? They cannot run all the hardware and all the operating systems. But high level language like Python, right? They are human understandable, right? They are human understandable. Okay. They are human understandable. They are portable. And machine independent. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating systems, right? So low level languages, they are not human understandable. They are not portable. They are machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. But high level languages, human understandable. They are portable and machine independent. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating system.
Sorry, Vijay. Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt you.
Yes.
Can you please give some example for the assembly level? Which language? Like the
So
name?
assembly level language or machine level language, right? So in the form of mnemonics, right? We'll be writing in the form of binary language, zeros and ones. they'll be in the form of zeros and ones, right? Binary language. So what all the language we are typing, right, to be converted into machine level language. So directly, whatever we are typing, right, everything is not understandable, right? So that they'll be converted into machine level, and then they are going to get executed. So here, but Python is a high level language. Directly, it can easily understandable, right? And they are machine independent. They can run on all the hardware in all the operating system. Interpreted language. Python is an interpreted language, right? One second. So we have got two types in this. We have got compilation languages, and we have got interpretation languages. Compilation languages like C language, right? Interpretation language like Python. So in other programmings like C language, right, it executes the entire program at once. But in Python, line by line execution, interpretation, line by line execution. If you got error in this line, it won't execute the remaining statements. Python is a interpretation, line by line execution we are going to see, right? So which makes debugging easy. User-friendly programming, which provides simple syntaxes. The syntax of Python looks like normal English statements. So the statements looks like normal English statements, right? Okay. So in later I'll be showing you, right, a comparison of Python code with other programming languages by taking a task and implementing in multiple programming languages. You can just check how simple this Python statements looks as compared with other programming. Okay. So Python is a general purpose programming. Any kind of applications you can develop, like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, embedded applications, desktop applications, gaming applications. So it's not for a particular purpose, and it's multi-programming features. We see different programming features we see in Python, and it's a high-level language. It's a easily understandable, it's portable, and it can run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. And interpreted line by line execution we are going to see for Python. User-friendly programming, which looks like normal English statements. Okay. Python has got what features? Python has procedural oriented programming features. It has got the features of procedural oriented programming. Yes. Example like C language. What features Python has got is like procedural oriented programming like C language, right? Object oriented programming features. It has got the features of object oriented programming. For example, like C++ and Java. It has got the scripting features, right? Python has got scripting features. Like shell script, it has got the features like shell script. It has got the features of modular programming features. Example like modular 3. So if we combine all this, nothing but Python, right? Just like C language, we can develop applications. Like C++, Java, we can develop applications, right? Writing many automation scripts in Python, and like modular programming, right? Yes. If we talk about this Java, right? Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming. Without object-oriented programming, there is no Java programmer application. Means without class object, there is no Java programmer application, right? So here, but in Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with procedural-oriented, and with modular programming, we can develop many varieties of applications. We can develop many varieties of applications, right? Yes. Okay. If we talk about this, Java and Python are the two major programming languages, right? Used in the industry currently, enterprise applications creations. But if you talk about, if you go back like 2010, go back like 10 to 12 years ago, the usage of Java, right? It was mostly used, 43% used, right? Python in 2010, right? Even most of them are not aware that there is a programming language like Python, like only 3% used in the industry. Now, after 10 years later, 2020, right, the usage of Python has increased a lot. Even if you see in most of the high-end technologies, Python is used as a implementation language like data science like machine learning with Python. So in big data with Python, writing many automation scripts in robotics, DevOps, in IoT, right? So like the usage of Java. So I'll just show you some graphs at the end of the session to just support this. Like Java 19% used currently, right? From and Python, right? It's increased. The usage of Python has increased a lot. It is 31% used in the industry, right? Currently. So here so we are going to write many see if you talk about Java is never used in automation, means like in data science, in implementing data science, right? Like in machine learning, deep learning, right? Python, what is that? Java is never used. Python is mostly preferred, right? Because of it's providing different modules. And because of this modular programming, Python has got a great boom today. Nearly 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing from different domains, right? Whatever domain you are from, Python is providing a module, whether you're from networking or testing, animations or gaming or any, right? If a database background, for every database, Python providing a module. For every database, it provides a module using which you can easily connect, right? Means it's not as complex as connecting with the database, right? Other programming language. So Python can easily connect but just by using a module. For example, for Oracle, we use cx underscore Oracle module. For MySQL, by MySQL. In this way, for every database, a module is provided using which we can easily connect. And for every file formats, for Excel files, CSV files, JSON files, a separate module Python is providing, right? So I want to write write a Python program to create an Excel file, Python program to create a PDF file. So directly, if you write some 3 to 4 lines code and execute, go and check a Excel file or a PDF file will be created. I want to insert data into that Excel file, write some more lines and execute, right? Go and check in the file, data will be inserted at which in C drive in a particular folder I want to create the file. Just give the path, then the file gets created in that path. Everything by writing Python statement. We have got like 89,300 inbuilt models for various domains, not only for this, for not only for computer applications, even for electronics, civil background also, right? Many models Python has got, right? And for generating graphs, different types of graphs, normal graph, bar graphs, histogram, scatter plot, stack plots, right? Yes. And for mathematical operations, so many modules we see, right? Okay. Then before you update with any technology, you need to know what kind of applications are getting developed, right? So Python real-time applications, what kind of applications we develop today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications? Python real-time applications. So one by one, where exactly Python is used within that, right? Yes. First, for example, mostly used today in web applications creations. Python mostly used in creation of web applications. It is Python has got many frameworks like Django is one famous one, Flask, Pyramid, Bottle, TurboGear. This way, many frameworks Python has got. Right? Most important framework is the Django framework. At a rapid speed, you can develop a web application using the Django framework. So we can develop web applications at a rapid speed. It has got its everything taken. It is providing flexible features. It is providing everything, right? It has got its own database, like SQLite 3 is the database. Okay. You may ask from the last 20-25 years, right? Java, .NET, all this, they are used for developing web applications. Why Python means very less coding you see in Python. If you're developing a web application, very less coding, simple syntaxes we use, and everything taken care by the framework itself. No need to write that code already. It's available within that. We'll see many .py files already available in your project structure, like admin.py, views.py, urls.py. In this way, many py files which already exist in your, we don't need to create, right? Secondly, Python is mostly used in creation of automation applications. Automation applications, right? Using technologies like data science, using technologies like data science, using technologies like IoT, using technologies like DevOps, right? Yes. So where Python is mostly used in this. So if I talk about IoT, right? Today everything, say IoT, the full form, Internet of Things. Everything through internet today, like online banking, online shopping, online exams, online healthcare, like online education, e-learning, online business like e-commerce, online communication, audio, video, chatting, right? Online gaming. So everything through online, right? Yes. IoT is a physical network, a device embedded with electronic, software, sensors, and network connectivity for controlling data, for exchanging data and controlling the things from the place where we are, right? Yes. Okay. So here in IoT, like I can say in a simple way, electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other, right? So here either the coding, here coding is done in Python. So here in IoT, the coding within Python, right? And if we come to this data science, so data analysis, data predictions, data classifications, data clusterings, data recommendations, right? Yes. It's a blend of technique. Data science is a blend of technique. The main technique what we see is ML, machine learning. So if I go to this machine learning again, right? ML. We have got many machine learning techniques available, right? Regression techniques, classification techniques, clustering techniques, recommendation techniques, pattern matching techniques. For all these techniques to implement, we require a language, right? So Python is the mostly chosen programming language to implement this ML and DL, machine learning and deep learning techniques, where Python is providing many modules, right, for plottings, visualizations. Okay. And if you come to this DevOps, right? Yes, if I just discuss like not only for this DevOps, right, Python acts as a remedy. So it to any problem in the IT industry, right? Yes, serves as a remedy to any problem in that. When it comes to DevOps, right, the ultimate goal is to reduce the time taken in the DevOps lifecycle in improving its efficiency. So Python offers a structural solutions in terms of automating the tasks in each of the stage of the DevOps lifecycle. Come from this requirement gathering, system design, system implementation, system testing, system deployment, and system maintenance, right? So here Python is one of the best scripting language. So Python is one of the best scripting languages with vast variety of Python libraries, which allows to write scripts for the improved development life cycle, right? Yes. Okay, Python provides structure, right, to write structured and readable automation scripts. Okay, apart from this, right, Python is also used in this big data environment, right? In big data environment also, even today, like lot huge data is getting generated, not only in KBs, right? You should have seen KBs of data, MBs of data, or gigabytes, terabytes, what like petabytes, exabytes, zettabytes, yettabytes, sotabytes, right? So on, right? So from here we say it's a big data, huge data, right? So 1 petabyte equal to 1024 TBs. Do you think like petabytes or exabytes of data is it getting generated? Means yes. Example like Facebook, it has got millions and trillions of users throughout the world. In a minute, what is the data generated by Facebook? It's not in MBs or GBs, right? So not only Facebook, today many applications are generating data, huge data, right? Like if you talk Google queries, everyone are querying in the Google, right? Twitter tweets, YouTube videos upload, email messages, bank transactions, telecom transactions, e-commerce websites like Flipkart, Amazon, all this, right? Generating huge data. So for this big data, right, we have got some big data tools available. So for storing this huge data and processing this huge data, right, we have got some big data. Hadoop is available. Big data Spark is available, right? Both. So if we can see, implementation goes in languages like Scala, languages like Python. So especially Spark is a very high speed processing model. Okay, Spark with Python we got like PySpark. So Python used within this big data environment, and list out various other applications where Python is mostly preferred. Okay, web applications, automation applications, big data applications. Okay, apart from this, so Python mostly used in scientific applications, right? Yes. Scientific applications are for numerical analysis, right? We use a model called NumPy for this, right? And for graphical user interface are for animation applications, right? Yes, we have got models like PyQt, tkinter models available for this, right? And Python mostly used today for game development, mostly used for gaming or for game development. Lot of games, single user, multi-user online games are getting developed, especially for game development. Python providing separate frameworks like Pygame, Picora. PySoy, right? Yes. So these are the frameworks. Pygame and PyCon are the two frameworks given by Python, especially for developing games in Python, right? And the PySoy, a 3D rendering library, right? 3D rendering library, yes. Apart from this, right, Python, where it can be used for scheduling tasks. For scheduling tasks, right? We have got Airflow. For testing or test cases. Testing or test cases, right? And Python also used for software development, right? Yes. Okay, for example, software developers make use of Python as a support language, used like Buildbot, Apache Gum for automated compilation and testing, Roundup Track for project management and bug tracking, right? So here Python is used as a support language for business applications. Business applications, right? Python is the greatest choice for developing e-commerce site systems, right? Database applications. One of the hottest applications of Python, database applications. So Python can connect with any database like MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, SQL, SQL Server, etc. Right? Yes. For network applications, right? It can be used for network applications. Network programming on the network applications, especially for network programming on network applications, Python is providing a separate framework for networking side, right? Like Twisted Python. Apart from this, what are the other things, right? Python is used for web scraping, right? Yes. Scraping data from different websites, extracting data or harvesting data from different websites, right? So like the Flipkart or Amazon, right? We are just going to extract the data. We use models like URL model for this, beautiful soup models for this, right? And apart from this, Python is used for audio and video applications. Audio and video applications creations. So the most famous audio and video applications we created, right? Like Team Player, C Play. Yes, just 1 second. Yeah, for audio and video applications, right? We have got some applications like Developed Team Player, C Play are the two famous, right? Audio and video applications. And apart from this, Python can also be used for creation of embedded applications. The most famous embedded application, Raspberry Pi, right, which uses Python for its computation, right? Yes, Raspberry Pi. And for CAD applications, CAD or 3D CAD applications, for CAD or 3D CAD applications, right, we are using Python. And for computer vision, for color detection, object detections, right, and for face detection, Python is preferred. And for data analysis, right, yes, Python is used. And for desktop applications, single user console applications, right, Python is preferred, right? It's desktop applications. Okay. Python real. So these are the Python real-time applications, right? Mostly like in web applications, in big data applications, in automation applications, in gaming, right? In business applications, right? In web scraping, embedded applications. So these are the different types of applications where Python is mostly preferred, right? And who are using Python today? Who are using Python? And topmost applications built by using Python. Topmost applications built by using Python, right? Yes. Using Python. Google using Python for its web search system. Yahoo using Python. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Uber using Python. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python. Instagram, right? Instagram built by using Python. And some other applications which got built by using Python. If you heard about the applications like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, they are built by using Python. The topmost, right, OTT platform like Netflix, it uses Python for its security automation for subscription purpose, right? MMOG, massively multiplayer online games, which uses Python for its computing. Maya, a powerful 3D animation, which uses Python scripting, right? iRobot for military and commercial applications. Iron Port email server. It uses more than 1 million lines of Python code to do its job, right? Yes. NASA using Python for its research and development activities. BitTorrent using Python for its file sharing service. Even Dropbox using Python. Companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python for hardware testing. Okay, so these are some of the examples, right, where who are using Python and topmost applications built by using Python. And just say reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Yes. First one, very less coding we see in Python. Very less coding in Python. Simple syntax is given by Python, right? Simple syntaxes. So they look like normal English statements, very less coding, I said, not even 1/4 coding as compared with other programming, and simple syntaxes, they look like normal English statements, and multi-programming features, hybrid features, right? Multi-programming features, right? I'll just take 5 minutes more. Multi-programming features, right? Hybrid features. Interactive mode. Interactive mode, right? Yes. We can easily interact with Python statement by statement. Yes. Just observe this. If in the search, in the bottom search panel, right, I'm typing CMD and go to this Python, right? Python, and it will get this Python version and the interpreter gets opened. So you can type any valid Python statements and interact, right? It is going to provide response for every statement you type. 4 plus, I'm asking Python, what is 4 plus 5? 5 into 7, it gives the responses, right? Yes. X has 10, Y has 4. What is X plus Y? X minus Y, X into Y. X plus Y, X minus X by Y, right? Yes. X into 2, 10 into 2, 20. X to the power of 2, 10 square, 100, right? Yes. Okay, X equal to hello, HELLO, right? X into 3 prints hello for 3 times, X into 5 prints. So in this way, you can easily interact with Python statement by statement. Yes. We want to come out of this, right? Quit. Yes. And interactive mode is, and wide varieties of applications, just now we have discussed, right? Wide varieties of applications. Wide varieties of applications can be created, and many built-in libraries. Eighty-nine thousand three hundred inbuilt modules Python has got, right, for various domains, right? Many built-in libraries. Okay, so these are the reasons, right, which makes Python super popular. Very less coding, simple syntaxes, multi-programming features, interactive mode, wide varieties of applications, many built-in libraries. Okay, just observe this, right? The scope of Python and this job market of Python, right? Just I'm opening this Google. If you see from the last 2-3 years, from 2020, 21, 22, right? The usage of Python is increased. So popular coding language, if I say popular coding language, so Python is described as the highly readable programming, right? It stands number 1. See this, the most popular programming language. So Python, right? Next comes Java, JavaScript. Python remains to be the most popular programming Right here, most popular programming language used by top 25 unicorns, right? Yes. Top 10 programming languages, right? Top 10 programming languages: Python, JavaScript, Java, right? Yes. If you see the ranking wise, Python rank, right? Ranking number one ranked programming language is Python with a diversified number of applications. Yes, if you see the usage of Python, okay, the popularity of Python, right? Is Python mostly used in industry currently? If you see the usage, I was saying, right? 31% Python used, Java 19%, C++ 9%, C language 6%.
Hi,
Okay.
Vijay.
Yes.
So, Vijay, what are the things can be covered with respect to data science in this course? Because I belongs to data science background, like database background.
So here, yes. So coming to this, right, what I'm going to discuss as part of nearly like I'm be discussing like 30 topics, right? In brief, it will be discussed, right? Python basics, Python, okay, why history of Python, features, advantages, versions, installation, flavors of Python, and Python operations, data types, constants, variables types, and operators in Python, right? Python IDs, in real time we use different IDs, right, for different environments like PyCharm, PyDev, Jupyter, Spider, Anaconda distributions, Anaconda prompt navigator, right? Jupyter notebook, Eclipse, NetBeans, Autumn, VS Code. So I'm going to show you all the IDs. So installation of Anaconda, working with Anaconda, right? Mostly for data science, we use like Anaconda, Jupyter, Spider, right? So Anaconda, Prompt Navigator, Jupyter, Spider, all this will be in. I'll be showing you on 5 to 6 IDs, integrated development environment. So tomorrow, if you go to any environment, that you can use any of those IDs. Flow control statements, looping statements, strings, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, right? Collections in Python, list, tuple, sets, dictionaries, list indexing, list properties, list functions, list methods, list addresses, list within list, nested lists, tuples creations, their indexing, their functions, their methods, their addresses. Python sets operations, dictionaries, dictionary operations, their addresses, functions, methods, functions in Python, right? In brief, different, what are the default arguments, non-default arguments, keyword arguments, non-keyword, arbitrary arguments, variable length arguments, right? And different types of functions, right? Lambda function, map function, filter function, reduce function, all these, right? Modules in Python, modules, what is a module and how to use the module, how to work with the module, renaming a module, reloading a module, right? And different types of packages. So package in Python, errors and exceptions in Python, file handling in Python, object-oriented programming concepts in brief. So like I've given that only the headings right here. Object-oriented like encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, static, non-static, constructors, destructors, garbage collector, right? And types of inheritance, method overriding, garbage collections. Okay. Regular expressions. So I'll be discussing different modules related to different domains. Some modules related to databases, some modules related to data science, some modules related to big data, some modules related to GUI, some related to, okay, like date time. So here a regular expression model I'll be discussing in brief. Database collection module, right? I'll be discussing, right? I'll be showing you the installation of one database and how to connect to the database, right? Python, Python data and time, right? Python data time applications and some models related to operating systems, right? Advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closures, and decorators, web scraping, GUI based, GUI applications, and how to create Excel workbook, how to write data, how to insert data, how to read data from this Excels, and data analytics, right? Like Pandas module, NumPy module, Matplotlib with many. So introduction to this data science, right? Machine learning, a supervised, unsupervised statistical analysis, data and these things, and models like Pandas model in brief, in depth, NumPy model in brief, in depth, NumPy model, and even Matplotlib model, right? This you asked that what are the things covered for data science also. So models I'll be covering in brief, like Pandas model, how to create Pandas data frames, right? From dictionaries, from list, from series, from CSV, from JSON, from databases, how to create, right? And time delta, groupings and aggregations. Okay. And NumPy model. Numerical Python, NumPy nothing but numerical Python, and Matplotlib, right? Apart from this, those who wants to go for web development, web applications development using Python, right? For the Django, what is Django? What are web frameworks? Django installation, Django architecture. We will get many. We will see many .py files available. Manage.py, urls.py, settings.py, admin.py, models.py, views.py, with many working examples, right? Django applications creations, right? And Django views, Django templates, Django admin, Django models, and advanced concepts. And apart from this, I'll also provide you the knowledge, right, with UI technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript, right? Yes. So I'd say like Python. So Python, right?
Yeah, hi Vijay, good morning.
Yes, yes. Let me come. Just give me 2 minutes
When
more.
you think how to take the complete entire overall structure for the content of index?
Pardon?
How many days we have to complete the entire syllabus?
Yeah, that's I'm coming to that, right? So Python, so nearly we'll be spending nearly 70 hours on this, right? Python, only Python, 70 hours, right? Like nearly 2 months to 2.5 months. So Python core, Python advanced and application oriented, three things we'll be seeing in this Python core, advanced and application oriented modules. So not like 35 to 40 hours, like we are spending like 70 hours, right? On this in brief, in depth, we'll be discussing about all these topics with multiple code examples, multiple working examples, right? Nearly 250 plus code examples, code programs, right? Yes. And it's a offer batch. It's just the fees is just 5K for this. Yes. And okay, by and
How long does it takes complete to Python full stack course, sir?
and apart from this, if those who wants to go for Python along with this web development, right? Total like full stack, a full stack Python development, right? So those who wants to go means which includes Django and which includes UI technologies, right?
Yeah, what about shell scripting?
UI technologies, some scripting. So here you're talking about shell scripting or Python scripting?
Python scripting.
Yes, everything will be included in this Python, right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so here UI technologies, HTML will be discussed, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, everything will be discussed here. Before we discuss Django, these things will be covered, right? And Django applications creations, right? Nearly like 15 plus applications will be discussing in this session, right? How to develop applications. So creating project, creating application, running the server, how to give the request, how to write urls.py, admin.py. So how everything you'll be learning in this, right? So for this all also, right? It is 5K is the fees, right? If you are paying it a combo package, it is just like 9K, right? Only Python it is 5K. Total full stack it is 9K, right? So tomorrow also everyone can attend the session same time, right? To see more on this Python.
Hi, Vijay. Can I know the total course duration of the full stack? Like, and also like how many hours it will be discussed per day?
Yes, yes. So here, what is the course duration, right? Coming to this, so it will take nearly 2.5 months for this Python, right? 2 months for this, and here also this Django and UI technologies also, it goes for 2.5 months. Like it will go for 4 months, right? If you go, but if you want, you can go parallelly also, right? While learning Python, you can update with UI technologies parallelly, right? During the weekends, weekend batches are available for this. While learning Python, where you can update parallelly with UI technologies on Saturdays and Sundays, 2 hours the sessions will be there. So those who wants to go parallelly, right? And after that, the UI technologies slowly like the Django introduction, simple applications creations. By the time nearly 70% of Python will be completed, right? So if you can complete in 2.5 to 3 months, if you go parallelly 2.5 to 3 months, if you go parallelly Python and these things. And if you want to go one after the other, it takes 4 to 4.5 months.
Yeah, hi Vijay. Do you cover the unit tests as well in the Python course?
So this is the course content that I showed you, right? These are the things I'll be covering, right? Python this so yes,
Now we come.
please be in mute.
You can.
So here Python used for different environments, right? So I said I'll be discussing some of the modules, right? Some related to data science, some related to databases, some related to operating systems, some related to graphics, some related to Excel files, CSV files, some related to JSON files, some related to date and time applications, right? And how to create our own modules. So by working, so if any other people, like people from different backgrounds like networking, testing, everyone will be asking, right? But all those, everything is not covered. But once will be exploring those modules, how to explore those modules, right? It doesn't mean that 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got. You need to have the idea about all those modules. No. So once you need to know how to work with the modules, how to get help on the modules, how to explore a module. Once you get that right, you can explore any module, right, of your domain. So how to use it, how to work with it, how to rename, how to reload, and how to create our own module. That everything you'll be learning as part of this course.
Okay. So especially this unit test part is something which is little different. We haven't looked at it.
Yes.
I was looking for that as well.
So
in the course curriculum, maybe in a different course. DURGASOFT.
Yes, separate courses are available for that. Yes.
Also, the UI technologies, right? Django. So
yes.
Something related to the REST API integration, like for example,
yeah. REST APIs will be covered.
Dashboards and stuff from different sources. So is that covered? Okay.
Yes.
Vijay, so till Python matplotlib, it is Python plus advanced.
Yes. Up to
Python, right?
Yes. So up to here, 30 topics will be covered in Python, right? Yes.
So this will take 70 hours of time.
Yeah, 70 hours, right? Yes.
Every day 1 hour or 1.5 hour, Vijay?
Yeah, daily 1 hour it is.
It's a 7 to 8, right?
And one more thing, let me make it clear about the timing, right? Yes, about these timings, right? So please be in mute. So the timing of this batch is the timings of this batch. First, for 1 week, 10 days, it will be at 7 o'clock, right? Later, the timing of this batch is morning 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. in the morning. Observe, for the first 10 days, it will go at 7 o'clock, but later the timing of this batch will be at 6 o'clock in the morning. So there is many requests from many students, right? As many job holders, many college students, everyone are attending. So they requested to a session at, so but the demo will be at First 10 days it will be at 7 o'clock. Later it will be at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 to 7 daily. Okay.
It's Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday it will be. So later, if you are running out of time in Saturdays, I'll be taking some sessions, right? After 2 months, if you're running out of days, I'll take some sessions on Saturdays, right? It will be pre-intimated. If everyone fine with the timings, we'll be going with the timings. So every session is video recorded. You'll be getting the recorded video of that session that day itself. If anyone missed the session, you can just go to the video recording. If you got any queries, asking that in the next sessions, right? So if you are absent for even for 1 week of time, right, you can go to the videos and attend the next sessions. And clear notes will be provided. You will be getting the soft copy of the material. You will be getting the recorded video, right? And a WhatsApp group will be created for the technical discussion. So you can have direct interaction with me, right? Yes. Okay. So yes, tomorrow also you can attend the session at same 7 o'clock using the same link to see more on this Python, right? Yes.
Hi Vijay, Santosh here.
Yes.
This will I'm from non-programming background. This will cover the basic parts the programming skills. I don't have any programming skills, so will how it will be benefited for me
So,
because
so yes, people from that's the reason I said, right? People with non-programming or zero programming also can update with Python. You just attend tomorrow's session. I'll be showing you some sample snippets, right? How I will be comparing this Python code with other language code. You see how simple and how less coding you see in Python, right? So in the tomorrow session, I'll be briefing, especially for non-programmers or zero programmers, right? You can just check how simple these Python statements look. They look like normal English statements. I said anybody can update with Python. The only thing is regularly you need to practice and you need to experiment it and you need to keep responding in the sessions, right? All the sessions will be interactive sessions, live sessions, right? You should keep on responding, right? For every statement I will be typing, right? It's not bringing some pre-written code and just explaining won't happen. Statement by statement, I'll be typing everything I'll be showing you, right? So you will be responding with what will be the output. So that's what interactive sessions, live sessions, right? Yes.
Okay, thank
Okay. So yeah, any other queries, right?
Hi Vijay.
Yes.
This is a new course for me too. Like I'm learning Python for the first time. By the end of the course, what do you think I'll be able to perform by my own after this course?
Yes, definitely. That's the reason, right? It's not like other trainings, right? Like I'm not taking the 40 or 45 hours. I'm spending 70 hours with many working examples. You'll be provided many assignments and tasks, right? At the end of the course, everyone will be getting great command, right? On this Python, you'll be getting grip on this Python. So the only thing from what I suggest to people is one is regular to the sessions, one is interacting in the sessions, giving responses in the sessions, and daily spending at least 1 hour for the practical part, right? So that's the thing. If you are doing everyday practicals that day itself, the next class, next sessions will be very simple and easier. You need to explore each and every topic and you need to experiment it and check why like this, why not like this. If I give this input, if I give other input, what is output I will be getting, right? So Python providing interactive mode where you can interact with every line it gives response, not like other programming language. For every line you can check that output. For this line, what is the output? For this line, what is the output? So that in that way, you'll be just you are going to develop the code, build the code, right? So nothing, everything. If you've got any queries, then and there you can unmute and you can ask. So and responding in the sessions, right? Everyone should be responding in the sessions. Okay. Any other queries, right? Okay.
Hi Vijay, I have rejoined the call. I was in a cab. Like how many days of this course, and is it like the weekdays or including weekends?
So it will be from Monday to Friday mostly, but
Okay.
later if I feel I'm running out of days, I'll be discussing on Saturdays later, right? But be from Monday to Friday. it will be like a 2 to 2.5 months course.
Okay, so I'm doing my data science as a PG diploma. So I realized that the importance of having this course. So
Yes.
how
Yes. If we talk about the people going for data science, people going for big data like Spark, right? So Python is the prerequisites, right? Python, so total coding goes in Python, right? In data science and in Spark and big data like Spark, right? The prerequisites is Python. Total coding, total implementation goes in Python. You need to have the total grip on Python for coding, data science, or big data like Spark. And not only those, even if you talk about people going for AWS DevOps also, you need to have the knowledge of Python, right? So the last round of the interview, they'll be asking you about the Python, even if you go for AWS and DevOps. Got some models like Boto 3 modules available, right, for AWS. So not only this, we have every high-end technologies using Python as a implementation language, right? Like in big data, in data science, in DevOps, and not only that, in writing automation scripts, in robotics, in IoT, right? So Python is essential for any software employee writing scripts, even not only for this, for administrators, database administrators, network administrators, right? So they used to use like shell script previously, which was very complex, right? But instead Python script looks very simple, right? So even they are asked to get updated with Python. Even if you go like in Linux, right? People who use Python in Linux environment, no need of any separate installation of Python. Along with Linux OS, you get Python as inbuilt as default, right? No need of any installation of Python in Linux side. Already you see Python as inbuilt, right? And for other things like Windows, Mac OS, I'll be showing you step by step how to work in different environments, Python, right? So Python used for different environments, different IDs are preferred. I'll be showing you all the IDs, right? Like PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Atom, VS Code, and in the Anaconda distribution, right? Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So will you be providing any assignments for each class, or at the end of the session course, will you be giving any project work, something?
See, every
for practice?
Friday, I'll be giving some kind of assignments and tasks to work, right? So based on this assignments tasks only, you are just going to get confidence on this, writing your own code and working with assignments and tasks, right? Definitely for topics, every topics I'll be providing some assignments to work with. Fine.
Okay. So at the end of the, I'm experienced guy, around 10 years. So at the end of this project, this course, shall we go for applying the jobs with the Python as an experienced?
See, one second, I'll make it clear, right? People, so there are two categories of people who update with Python, right? First, so the two peoples will be updating for Python. First category of people, right? They'll be learning Python, just they'll learn Python and just they'll go and for implementing in data science and in big data, in writing scripts in DevOps, in robotics, in IoT. So their career won't be in Python. The first category of people, they learn Python, they'll go and for implementing in different high-end technologies. Their career won't be in Python, right? They're used by data science for implementing, they are using Python for big data like Spark and this writing automation scripts. Second category of people who wants to have a career in Python itself. They want to become like Python developer, right? So those people, they need to go one step forward. They need to update with the framework of Python. That is, they need to go with full stack Python, right? They need to go for full stack Python. Django is must for those people who wants to go as a Python developer, right? They need to update the total full stack and UI technologies. They need to have the knowledge on UI technologies. They need to have the knowledge on this framework like the Django for implementing or creating project within this Python, right? Yes, this is must. So those who are going like experienced, okay, for freshers, okay, the Python only with Python, okay, later they'll be given But as you said, experience, right? You need to compulsory go with total full stack, right? Python and Django, right? Yes. Just 1 second, give me a second. Yeah, understood, right? So those who wants to go as a developer, you need to have the entire full stack, right? Python and UI technologies and Django. We will follow MBT architecture. M means databases, views like Python views, and templates like this HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Using that, we'll design web pages. How this interaction happens between the web page, Python, and the database. From the web page, whatever you enter, Python is going to take it, will be stored in the database. Tomorrow, if you want to retrieve it, again, Python business logic will be writing to retrieve the data from database and display that on the web page, right? So these things, MVT architecture, interactive web applications creations, will many applications will be discussing, right? Fine.
So will this be covered, this developer or this advanced version of these concepts will be covered in this course, or we need to go as an additional course with them?
No. That's a total in full stack. Everything is going to be covered. And so I'll be discussing nearly 15 plus applications creations where you will be doing parallel along with me, right? Those people who are going for web development, right? For full stack. So step by step, the applications, first 2-3 applications looks something, right? But from the 4th application onwards, right? All the steps, first 5-6 steps will be common for every application. Later, step 1, step 2, step 3, how we do that. Everything you can do parallelly along with me, and you can try it out, right? Until you get the output, right? If you got any errors, you will be just sharing your screen, right?
Okay.
It's not listening to the sessions, right? But for developing, right, you'll be doing parallelly, right? Yes. So just a minute. So you see the previous batches, right? If we talk about this weekend batches, weekday batches, see this Django apps creations. So my project 1, 2, 3, 4 in this way, 15 to 20 projects for any of this, right? Yes, these are the implemented, right? And if you see the clear notes for each and every topic, clear notes I'll be providing, right? Yes. If you take like step 1, step 2, step 3, right? Working with PyCharm IDE, right? How to go step 2, go to views.py. Step 3, go to tools menu, run manage.py. Step 4, starting the server, giving request in the browser, right? In this way, step by step, I'll be will be making the notes parallelly, right? So no need to write the coding. Already the inbuilt code is available. Many .py files you'll be getting whenever you create a project, right? So the command to create a project, the command to create an application, right? We have got some commands, right? Using that, we do that. Yes. So fine.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Vijay. And before the next class, shall we get some reference links so that we can prepare some fundamentals or basic codes, so that it will be easy to follow for the next class?
No. Everything from basics onwards, ground level to the advanced level, I'll be just discussing, right? Not a problem. Only thing is regularity to the sessions and practicing every day. That's fine, right? Tomorrow you can attend the session, everyone, to see more. I'll be showing you some sample snippets of Python without any knowledge of Python. I'll make you understand, right? I'll show you some graphs. I'll show you how to generate graphs using Python, right? Without zero knowledge, you'll understand 100%, right? So tomorrow I'll show you some examples, right? Before and from day after tomorrow, our course is going to start, right? Tomorrow also you can attend the session, right, to see more on this Python. And next we'll be starting with fundamentals of Python from day after tomorrow, right? So I'm running out of time, so I'll stop here from now if I'm done with your queries. So and we'll continue tomorrow same time, 7 o'clock, with the same link, right, to see more on this Python. So fine. Thank you all for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Okay.